Welcome. I want to, draw your attention to something that would be of great help to you, something that would contribute greatly towards the betterment of your future. Now, if you have kids, this is really going to help. But if you do not, let's assume, or let's say hypothetically, you do have kids, you do have children. Let's also assume that 3 years, 5 years, 10 years from now, these kids that you have would have been old enough to probe into matters of great substance, to ask critical questions, substantial questions, crucial questions that perhaps beats your own intelligence. Now, let's also assume that you are poor, and if you're poor, obviously your kids would be in anguish of the deleterious sense of poverty. They simply would also be poor. These kids that you have been in poverty for a while. They've been lingering in poverty for a while, and so are you. But these kids find the situation worrisome. And so they begin to ask questions, they begin to probe into matters, seeking for answers as to why you are poor, as to why you are not able to give them the best of life that they ever longed for. Why is it that mommy and daddy are unable to give us the best of life that we long for? Why is it that mommy and daddy are not rich? Is it that there was an opportunity that they didn't capitalize on previously? Is it that they never got any opportunity like that, never hit on their doorstep? They ask themselves a lot of questions. Now they realize that the only way to figure it out is to dig into the past. And so they start digging years into the past. I mean, years ago, when you probably was even young or something. And as they keep on digging, they come to grips with the fact that they come to the realization that there was an opportunity that surfaced and presented a wealth creation opportunity for people that gave an ear to it, and every single person that gave an ear to that opportunity ended up becoming wealthy. You mommy, you daddy, you were in existence then, so why is it that you never took advantage of it? So they kept asking themselves those questions. Now the only way to find the right answer to that question was to ask you yourself, because they wanted answers, so that at least if they get an answer that perhaps would put their mind to ease, they would stop probing. Then they would just take it as this is what faith have decided for them, to linger in poverty. And so they come to you, who happens to be their mom or daddy in this case, and ask you, the daddy, mommy, we are worried about the plight that we find ourselves in, and we figured that why are we in this plight? What is the problem? What happened along the way? Why is it that you didn't become rich, daddy, in order to give us the best of life? And so we were worried. We did a little digging, and we realized that there was an opportunity. And that opportunity, the opportunity presented itself years ago. And that opportunity, daddy, you were in existence then, mommy, you were in existence then. Every single person that partaked in that opportunity ended up becoming wealthy. So why did you not partake in that opportunity, mommy, daddy? As a matter of fact, everybody that partaked in that opportunity ended up becoming a millionaire or a billionaire. So today, mommy or daddy had you would have become a millionaire or a billionaire. Why did you not partake in that opportunity? Now, for most parents, if their kids asked them questions of this nature, they probably would panic, even though they wouldn't have their kids know that they have actually panicked. And quickly they fabricate a story and tell their words, simply lie to them, even though this case are astute enough to realize later that you lied to them. For some parents, they probably will feel so much ashamed and wouldn't want to intimate a word or two. In an instance where they say something, it will be along the lines of, hey, now it's not the time, let's talk about this later. But whether you lie to your kids, whether you beat about the bush, whether you keep mute, in here, embedded in your mind, would be a magnitude of contrition, would be, a weight of remorse, would be a weight of regret. Now the question is, this is where I really want you to take notes. This is what I want to draw your attention to. The question is, when that day comes and your kids, ask you this question, and you happen to, they kind of spark that guilt in you, do you have what it takes to survive the magnitude, the weight of regrets? Do you have what it takes to survive the pain that comes with bearing that weight of regret? Do you have the luxury or the constitution to survive that? Do you have what it takes to survive that? Now, if your answer is no, I just want you to know that it hasn't happened yet. So you're lucky it hasn't happened. but it still lies in your purview to make sure that it never happens. You have the power to make sure that it never happens. To make sure that you never get to answer your kid in light of the aforesaid. Now, if that's the case, then you would have to capitalize on such opportunity and become a millionaire or billionaire. Now, lucky for you, there seems to be one that has been existent for a while now. You probably hasn't, paid attention to it, but I want to draw your attention to it. This opportunity revolves around the future of money. And every single person that have taken advantage of this particular opportunity have ended up becoming a millionaire. You could too. You could too. I would have said, hey, myself, I'm happy where I am. There's not to say that I'm super, super rich, but I'm happy where I am. If you want to know that people have really become millionaires and billionaires off of this particular opportunity, as I talk about it, you could double check what I'm saying on Forbes, and you come to grips with the fact that more than 80,000 persons in 2021 alone became millionaires off of this space. So you equally, had you taken advantage of this, then could have become also a millionaire. But hey, all hope is not lost. You've gotten to know about it now. Now, what is left is, what does this opportunity, revolves around? I've already told you that it's the future of money. It revolves around the future of money. What then becomes the future of money? If you know this, you're okay. But if you do not, what is the future of money? You may be asking. Now, the future of money is cryptocurrency or digital currency. Now, don't go nowhere. Oftentimes, when we talk about cryptocurrency or digital currency, there are a lot of misconceptions around these things. So most people do not tend to give an ear to it. But I can assure you that it's the most profitable, asset in present day. In my view, if not the number one, number two. The question is, I actually saw the richest man in the world right now. His name is Elon Musk. He's invested massively in crypto. Not only does the richest man in the world perceive crypto as profitable, he realizes that it's the future of money. And so now is not only the time to, start educating yourself, but also start setting up structure that will help you, capitalize upon these things and amass a lot of wealth for yourself. So he actually orients himself with it. Now you could also, and the funny thing, the interesting thing about it is that it doesn't require a huge startup capital. $50, just $100 could get you started. All you need to do is to get hold of a cryptocurrency that's of great prospect. And that's all you need to do, and you're good to go. And cryptocurrency is here to stay. If you watch the World Cup, the 2022 World Cup, you would realize that there were some of these cryptocurrency exchanges, sponsoring the World Cup. Who would have thought that cryptocurrency would come this far? Just like the internet, nobody thought that it would come this far. But look at it today. Don't wait till it's all over the place before you take advantage of it. Because when that time comes, most people will struggle to take advantage of it. So all that I want to tell you is it's here to stay. And not only is this something that you could profit from it, it is the future of money. So you must also try to educate yourself about it, even if you don't want to invest in it, so that when the time comes and it's all over the place, you will not find yourself wanting. I mean, it's legalized in some countries it's not legalized. So if in your country it's not legalized, it's only a matter of time before it becomes legalized. Cryptocurrency is here to stay. It is the future of the financial world, financial system. Now, have you noticed that governments today having meetings upon meetings, carving digital currencies, for their own country? Yes, this is where the world has gone. Money evolves, and money has evolved from the days of barter trading through to the paper money that you and I use, the fiat money, through to the electronic currency, the Momo, the Vodafone Cash, the PayPal, the WeChat, the Alipay, etc. to cryptocurrency, and it is here to stay. And digital currency, and it's here to stay. Take advantage of it, and it will go a long way to help you amass a lot of wealth for yourself, so that you never get to answer the question that your world asked you. Right? You never have to, bear the consequence that comes with bearing the pain of regret, having not taken advantage of this opportunity when it knocks you in the door. With that, now in this broadcast, I want to share some videos with you. It will go to, affirm all that I'm saying. Watch it, enjoy, relish, and take advantage of cryptocurrency. It is a way to go.
Paper. Then you go from paper money to credit cards. Then you go from credit cards to bank wires. Now you're going from bank wires to cryptocurrency. So if you don't see the evolution and how things are going digital, you're already far beyond and behind. So you have to know that cryptocurrency is the future of finances. So now is the time not only to educate yourself, but to now start setting up your structure to where it can accept crypto as you're moving forward so you're not left behind.
And cryptocurrency are the future of the global financial system. In general, fintech lowers the barriers to entry to the traditional financial system and offers all consumers, no matter where they are, the ability to access convenient financial services at low competitive costs. Cryptocurrency is no exception, as we have seen from the huge consumer demand for these innovative assets backed by technology that is permissionless, open, and private. Cryptocurrency allows people to transact with each other in real time across borders for very little cost in a way that is so transparent and verifiable that it maintains more trust, actually more trust, than traditional financial transactions with a third-party intermediary. Most importantly, cryptocurrency and blockchain technology unlock access to opportunity. The open source nature of these technologies offer millions of Americans the opportunity to study the underlying code, develop blockchain projects, and launch their own businesses, all without having to ask anyone for permission. That's an incredible opportunity.
In 1990, most people didn't understand how important and how useful the internet was going to be. And I think that's going to be the same with crypto. I think the most important generational trade over the next 20 years is going to center around the disruption of the financial industry. And I think the most important of these technologies is going to be blockchain and crypto. As much as people think cryptocurrency replaces money, and it is, it's really more about replacing banking.
What underpins a world order is always the financial system. I was very privileged. My father was an advisor to Nixon when they came off the gold standard in '71, and so I was brought up with a kind of inside view of how very important the financial structure is to absolutely everything else. And what we're seeing in the world today, I think, is we are on the brink of a dramatic change where we are about to, and I'll say this boldly, we're about to abandon the traditional system of money and accounting and introduce a new one. And the new accounting is what we call blockchain. It means digital. It means having a almost perfect record of every single transaction that happens in the economy, which will give us far greater clarity over what's going on. It also raises huge dangers in terms of the balance of power between states and citizens. In my opinion, we're going to need a digital constitution of human rights if we're going to have digital money. But also, this new money will be sovereign in nature. Most people think that digital money is crypto and private, but what I see are superpowers introducing digital currency. The Chinese were the first. The US is on the brink, I think, of moving in the same direction. The Europeans have committed to that as well. And the question is, will that new system of digital money and digital accounting accommodate the competing needs of the citizens of all these locations so that every human being has a chance to have a better life? Because that's the only measure of whether a world order really serves.
There you have it. You enjoyed it, right? Yes. Just get your hands on a cryptocurrency that is of great prospect, and you're good to go, If you don't know how to go about it, to reach out. I'd assist you for free, because cryptocurrency is here to stay. Take advantage of it and amass a lot of wealth for yourself and for your family, so that whatever life that you want to live, whatever dream that you got, you will be able to, fulfill it. Now, if you're new to this channel, please, my name is Fel. I come on here and I share with you future tips that if you take advantage of, it goes a long way to contribute towards, the betterment of your future. And come your way next time with a future tip. So please subscribe, share this with a friend, have a friend take advantage of this great, impactful opportunity. Thank you that you will do. And see you next time.